let's get into the fireworks from the committee hearings yesterday.
The American people,
This was the shit.
Dr. Fauci, it's disappointing.
No. We're going to get to Rand Paul. Don't worry. This is Senator Marshall first. This is from the Senate Health, Education, Labor, and Pensions Committee hearing on the federal perspective on COVID-19.
the American people, my family, all of our families.
This is Senator Marshall speaking.
The pandemic continues to drag on with no end in sight. The words I hear every day, multiple times each day, continue to resonate and echo in my mind as I sit here. Words like, I'm tired, confused.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Scared and frustrated. The list goes on. But what's making the situation worse are the officials leading our nation's COVID response going on now.
Roger Marshall from Kansas.
Contradicting each other. And of course, some Supreme Court justices are spreading misinformation as well. Dr. Walensky,
they have really latched on to Sotomayor misspeaking. I assume that's what that was. I don't know where she got her information from. I think a lot of fucking judges are out of touch, but man, they have really honed in on that.
Last week, you recommended asymptomatic people be able to return to work after 5 days. But Dr. Fauci ambiguously corrected you on national television and suggested folks needed a test before return. How does that make you feel when Dr. Fauci or someone like Justice Sotomayor upstages a previous statement or policies of yours, blatantly contradicts and undermines your guidance, or offers false claims that cause more confusion for the American people?
Thank you, Senator. I have the great honor of leading the agency of 12,000 public health servants in this country, and we work collaboratively with tens of thousands of public health officials around the country to provide guidance. I also get to work with a COVID-19 task force that is full of a multidisciplinary group of people with diverse expertise, from immunology to drug regulation to epidemiology. This
is Rochelle Walensky, and she's
I know
slick.
you will appreciate that it's moving fast and it is changing, and it
Right,
is our
but you're not answering my
responsibility
question,
to convey that science.
So I'll move on. The FDA has recently set up protocols for monoclonal antibodies and antiviral pharmaceuticals to be prioritized based upon race. Dr. Woodcock, has the CDC or FDA done a multiple regression analysis on race to see if indeed it's an independent factor for increased morbidity and mortality? And if it hasn't, don't you think zip code would actually be more predictive? Wouldn't it make sense to prioritize these antivirals and testing, for that matter, to senior citizens and those with significant comorbidities, regardless of race, especially if the...
What we've seen is that the pandemic has disproportionately affected essential workers, which tend to be service industry workers and tend to be more a diverse cohort. The elderly population tends to be more white.
The multiple regression analysis proves my opinion. Dr. Woodcock?
What FDA did was to recommend that people at high risk would be candidates for these products.
Did you do a multi-regression analysis on this independent factor?
We did not.
Okay.
We did not. We don't make those kind of recommendations. We make.
But you can do studies, right? The FDA and CDC can do studies to see if it's truly an independent factor, or if not, truly the issue should be about your comorbidities and your age. So, Dr. Fauci, according to Forbes, you have an annual salary in 2020 was $434,000. You oversee over $5 billion in federal research grants. As the highest paid employee in the entire federal government, yes or no, would you be willing to submit to Congress and the public a financial disclosure that includes your past and current investments? After all, your colleague, Dr. Walensky, and every member of Congress submits a financial disclosure that includes their investments.
I don't understand why you're asking me that question. My financial disclosure is public knowledge and has been so for the last 37 years or so, 35 years that I've been
The
director.
big tech giants are doing an incredible job of keeping it from being public.
What?
We'll continue to
What?
look for
What?
it wherever we find it.
All you have to do is ask for it. You're so misinformed, it's extraordinary.
Why am I misinformed? This is a huge issue. Wouldn't you agree with me?
Yeah, he probably has to fill out a form just like
have,
members of
these
Congress
things
do.
before members of Congress would see him, so that there's an air of appearance that maybe some shenanigans are going on. You know, I don't think that's. I assume that's not the
Senator,
case.
what
I assume
are you talking
it's not
about?
the case.
My financial disclosures are public knowledge and have been so. You are getting amazingly wrong information.
I cannot find them. Our office cannot find them. Where would they be if they're public knowledge? Where?
It is totally accessible to you if you want it.
For the public. Is it accessible
To the public. To the public.
Great. We look
Senator
You
forward
are
to reviewing it.
totally incorrect.
Well, we
Senator
look forward to
Marshall, the-
reviewing it.
Senator Marshall, Dr. Fauci has answered you. It is public information.
attention.
and He's happy to give it to you if you would ask. Senator Moran.
What a more.
In case you missed what Dr. Fauci said, he did have his mic on at the beginning, left his mic on there at the end, and he goes, "What a moron. Jesus Christ." Maybe he's been watching the Troll Patrol, because he knows that right-wingers are morons.